Hello!
Hello!
Welcome back, and we were talking about Pokemon Scarlet and Violet before we
Yes.
stopped. And you were saying how
Yeah.
they need to have the purple boys.
Yep. There at least needs to be a good handful of my classic purple boys for my Violet.
What dream team do you want to have for your Violet? What would be your 6 main Pokemon that you'd have to have?
You see, now I definitely leave it open for them to introduce some more purple boys, but I'd love to still have an Arbok. I'd love to still have a Weezing, a classic Weezing, Kanto Weezing, and
Cantonian, yeah.
And you know, then it could actually go either way for either maybe a Venomoth, maybe a Muck. I could interchange those.
Okay.
Cloyster, maybe, I don't know. I'll even take a Cloyster. I know he's not a poison, but he's still my purple boy.
Gotcha, yeah, he's still a purple boy.
He's my favorite ice type, definitely. And also, I love his the best strategy on him too. It's when you get a skill link as an ability, and so he shoots 5 every time for those 5 attacks. Especially if you get Rock Blast on him too. Just destroy shit.
Nice. I have to wait because usually my first run is region exclusive to the game they introduced, so I'm gonna have to wait.
Yeah.
I know my starter is definitely going to be Sprigatito.
Yeah.
Definitely gonna be mine. Have you picked
That's
yours?
kind of what. I would. I'd probably pick that weird alligator thing.
Quaquoco?
I'm just interested. Yeah, I'm just interested in what it turns into the most.
Yeah, I hope Quaxley turns into something cool. I have hope for Quaxley, the Pompadour duck.
You mean Liquack?
The Quack. Oh, shit.
It is just Liquack?
Yes.
Yes,
I'm definitely naming mine LeQuack. Because of course I'm gonna do 3 separate runs. I'm gonna do 1 run with Sprigatito, 1 with Fuecoco, and 1 with Quaxley.
Yeah. But you see, they are they doing a Spanish thing?
Yeah, it's gonna be in Spain.
Okay, yeah. So definitely the naming conventions sound Latin.
Yeah,
Latiny.
It's gonna be the Spain and Portugal, if I'm not mistaken. It's gonna be both.
Nice.
Yeah, it's gonna be the peninsula right under France. Which, I know they're probably not going to, but that leaves room for them to have 2 regions because Spain is connected to France. And Kalos does have regions connected to it that you can explore. So, there is a tiny possibility we get a Kalos in the post-game.
That'd be sweet. Even though I don't really care too much about that generation, it's like, yeah, I mean, it'd be cool to go back there and on that, you know.
I would actually, to be honest, that would spur me to, I wish we could do a Let's Play of it again. I know we started playing it together, Pokemon X.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, we didn't get too far.
Yeah.
I mean, someday, if we ever get the any type of access, we get like old games, then you know that's definitely something we can explore.
Yeah, for sure.
definitely want to do some Nuzlockes with some of the old school games.
Oh yeah,
Those are the best ones to do it on.
Those will be the easiest to capture.
Mm-hmm. It's kind of funny. I watched someone do a poison Nuzlocke on Leaf Green. Actually, not too hard. Even just for like how limited poisons are in that generation, like it helps that they just have like there's so many good, you know, so many good like Pokemon that have poison typing just as a secondary typing that you can use. I mean, Nidoking.
Oh man.
Nidoking and like Venusaur and
Yeah, for sure.
So you're not even really that crippled with that. Honestly, the hardest Nuzlocke to do in Leaf Green looks like fire.
Probably.
Because you don't get a lot of them like at all.
Ghost.
Like it's very spaced out. Yeah, Ghost would be hard.
Ghost would
kind
be
of
damn near impossible.
Well, yeah, sometimes Ghost gets kind of scrubbed from a lot of the early generations just because there's not enough to do one.
Yeah.
Like people don't usually start doing Ghost ones until like Gen 4, and that's still like such a limited amount. Same with dragons.
Did I?
But with just how like spaced out fire types are in Leaf Green, it's really hard. They're even super spaced out, and it'd be hard to do in like even in like Hoenn, like in like Emerald or something.
I wouldn't think so because you get access to more after the third gym.
Yeah, and what helps is that Blaziken has the fighting thing, so
Yeah.
like Combuskin and Blaziken can be like can kind of carry things until you find another one. I think you'd get. I think your next one you'd have to wait until you. I think you'd actually have to wait until you beat fucking what's his name? The electric type gym dude, Watson, before you actually see one, because it's not until you get to that cave where you start getting slug or until you get to the ash place where you get Slugmas and shit and Torkoal in that cave too.
You can get a Numel, Slugma, which I've always wanted to use a Slugma, but I've never had a game where Slugma was relatively available to me.
Yeah. I've used one before, and they're kind of hard to use. Rock and Fire isn't the best combo together.
Yeah, I just like the design.
Yeah.
And of course,
Design's great.
I do have a shiny one, which is fucking amazing because it's purple.
Oh yeah, the shinies are pretty sweet too. They're definitely slow.
That's one thing. One day I'm just gonna one episode. I'm just gonna have to show my shiny collection.
Yeah, the shiny episode. Oh, we're so close.
I forgot where the gym is. There it is.
You forgot where the gym's? Well, you could go talk to Janine. Remember Janine?
Oh yeah, from Johto.
Yeah. Remember when she made you cure her Ampharos slave so it could continue working as a light bulb? In the little cramped lighthouse. I wonder why I was sick. Janine. Maybe because you keep it in a fucking lighthouse. When modern technology, you can just get a fucking light bulb to do that shit.
But the Ampharos Pokemon need a job too, Spooge. You're trying to
He
take
got
their
sick.
jobs
He's
away.
up in a cold. He's up in a cold lighthouse.
You're trying to take their jobs away, and that's not okay.
Like, what is he? Willem Dafoe? You can't just be cooped up in that lighthouse. You know what that does to people. We watched Lighthouse. We know what it does to people.
Yes. It's not good.
See, I think despite what we could say about Lighthouse, I think we both would agree that the better ending would be if finally Robert Patterson goes up there, opens it up, and there's just an Ampharos in there.
Yes.
And then finally he gets to catch it and complete his Pokédex, which is his main mission all along.
He was going crazy because he knew he was keeping the Ampharos from him.
Mm. Yeah, he had to lure that guy into a low sense of security so he could finally make his move. Robert Patterson was part of Team Rocket this whole time.
That would have made it a 6 out of 5 for me.
The hidden Pokemon movie. The real first Pokemon movie before Detective Pikachu.
Have you ever watched Detective Pikachu?
Yeah.
What did you think of it?
Yeah. It was entertaining, I guess. There's some things I liked about it. I mean, I definitely can't say at all that it's a great movie at all, or that I'd watch it again.
What, you didn't like watching Ryan Reynolds be stuck in Pikachu?
Should have been dating DeVito.
Enough for you?
Should have been dating DeVito. Should have been dating DeVito. Should have been anyone else.
100% agree. I 100% agree. But it doesn't help that when he was asked, he was like, "What the fuck is a Pikachu?"
He still would have did it. He doesn't need to know what a Pikachu is. He just needs to be a detective.
But that's the thing, the Pikachu, which that I really hope that's not the crux of the game. I really hope that's not.
I don't think it is at all. I think he's just kind of like I don't think they explain why he talks. I think he's just kind of like how you would
I always
accept.
wanted to play the game. I was always interested in playing the game, and if that's the story, then I'm definitely not playing the game.
I'm pretty sure that
it's not even like a Pikachu. It's literally a detective stuff. It's literally Ryan Reynolds trapped in a Pikachu, and that's the main problem with the movie.
Yeah.
Like, it's not even a detective. He's not even trying to play a detective.
Yeah, it didn't help that I mean, it wasn't too close to each other. Like, I think they were still a couple years apart, but it still kind of like felt like I had just watched Deadpool. So, I don't know. It just kind of seemed like Deadpool, like Deadpool light humor. You know what I mean?
That's what I'm saying. Like, it's Ryan Reynolds was playing himself trapped within a fucking Pikachu.
Yeah, it was kind of a fever dream too, and also I don't think it helped too that like there's like people like by me that usually like sometimes kind of helps, but it was like at the most unfunny parts that were trying to be funny. Like there's these one people that laughed like the hardest, and there's a lot of applause at like different things that like Ryan Reynolds would say. And I was just kind of like, this like just feels really cringe and stupid.
I'm not gonna lie, I can get lost in a movie crowd. So.
And also, I think it didn't help that they probably needed to make the movie a little louder in that theater too. I was like, I don't know. Definitely wouldn't watch it again though. Like it's definitely something that if someone in the house is watching it, like I'll walk by and I'm not going to be offended watching it, and I might like stop and kind of like look at a scene of like a weird looking Pokemon, but then I am going to go back to my room or put on my headphones because I don't want to waste time.
That's what I was going to ask. What did you think of the Pokemon that we did see? What did you think of the designs?
Yeah, I like the Gyarados. I like I mean, I liked a lot of the Pokemon designs. The Torterra part was cool.
Oh, I love the Torterra part. Wait, that's my favorite starter. So.
Yeah, but like, I mean, like those aspects of it I liked. I didn't hate it visually. It was just like, it was just really, I just really didn't care at all about what was happening.
The story
was
just
kind of like,
that.
I was just looking at some Pokemon,
Which,
and that
to
was
be
the
honest,
enjoyment that I got out of it.
I wish, I know they're not gonna do this. I thought about, this literally just, what would you think of a mystery dungeon game with that kind of style?
It'd be cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be really cool. Yeah.
Because that is about a human. That is about a human becoming a Pokemon. So.
And I think that's why, because I'm pretty sure that the storyline we got in the movie wasn't at all had anything to do with the Detective Pikachu thing. I think it was a nod to Mystery Dungeon.
I think Mewtwo being attached to it was the only thing that was related to the movie, to the video game. I mean.
Yeah. Yeah. Because I'm pretty sure in that one he's. I don't know exactly, but I thought I remembered him being kind of just like Meow, kind of just like he taught himself to talk, which isn't. It's not at this point. As Pokemon fans, we shouldn't be surprised when Pokemon start talking.
No, not at all.
They are. It's pretty much shown that they are just all sentient too. Even the ones that seem a little bit more animalistic, they're still pretty much sentient.
and the ones that are more inanimate objects.
Mm-hmm.
They still have consciousness.
Because we got talking Meowths, we got psychic talking Lucarios, and psychic talking using telepathy, or not telepathy, telepathy. Telepathy. Lugia does that. Mewtwo does that. Then also like Rotom. Rotom is a talking Pokédex. So yeah, it's like, and I mean, like we never see a Kadabra or an Alakazam talk, but they have like an IQ of like 1,000, and like part of their thing is like sometimes it says like they used to be people that like got too smart and turned into Pokemon. So. Which, I mean, we know that, like, one thing that Pokemon has shown us too, that we can't take Pokédex entries at face value at all.
Oh yeah, for sure. They are all they constantly fucking contradict themselves.
Which makes sense, because you know what? It makes sense in a world where they're getting this research is from kids like traveling around and like bringing it back to the professors. Yeah. I'm sure that it makes sense that like a lot of like misinformation would.
Not even that. They even switched it up to where it's not even that. Like the kids going out aren't even supposed to like be going out. They're supposed to be collecting specimens and stuff for the people to research. That's what they changed it into in Legends Arceus, because that's what you're doing. Like that you're a member of the research corps, and you're not the one researching the Pokemon. It's the professor. You're just catching the specimen for them to study.
Yeah, that's what that one does. But I mean, in Oak's way of doing things.
Yeah, he literally just has the people going out and cataloging the Pokemon. And it's not even, you don't even catalog the Pokemon that you see, you just catalog the ones you catch, too. You half-ass the job.
Mm-hmm. You do.
Oh no. I forgot what Pokemon.
Because what you really want to fucking do is, in that game, is fucking become the master. Research is a sad thing, at least for me.
Unfortunately, that's all Legends is about, is catching the specimens.
Beatus Fetus.
Which it just goes to show you, like, you still need, like, a Pokemon League. You can't just...
Yeah. It's a very integral part.
Like, you don't need gym. You don't need. You can mix up the gym formula, but you definitely gotta have an Elite Four, and you definitely gotta have a champion. And the goal should definitely be defeat the champion.
And honestly, one thing that you should have with the league is that even if your game's kind of easy, it should at least be semi-difficult to get through the league. That's what the more difficult it is, the more memorable the league's gonna be. I mean, like, look at everybody's fucking favorite champion, Cynthia, who is also known as, like, especially in the old ones, is the hardest.
Oh yeah, for sure. Cynthia is the most challenging
champion
that you're ever gonna fight.
And that's why she's the favorite. Because people like getting their asses kicked.
It's not that they like overcoming a difficult challenge.
Yeah.
They like
After you
earning
get your
the
ass
title
kicked over
champion
time,
instead
yeah.
of it just basically being handed to you because you decided to level your Pokemon up 10 levels higher.
Or because they decided to just like stay alive at 1 HP 4 times in a row. My God.
We actually might be loving that feature though when we get to Cynthia.
You know what? It'll be mixed for me because when we win it, it's gonna spoil the win. That's what I know it's gonna be for me. So I hate. I don't like that. I don't like I understand it, but I don't like it. And I wish there's... I would be more forgivable... It'd be a lot more forgivable if there was a setting that you could turn it off. That's all. I would just love for there to be a difficulty setting again.
There was never a
so people can choose.
And...
I think there was one game that actually had one. That actually had, like, a difficulty setting. I'm trying to remember which one it was.
I do not remember that one.
And I'm trying to remember if it was if it was either Black and White or Black and White 2.
It might have been one of those two. I don't know
because
I didn't play Gen 5.
Because I think it was those ones. It makes sense because that was the few ones where they actually aged up the main characters too, for them to be more like 15 and 16 and stuff, because they were kind of shooting for like that the audience from the last generation at the very least was still playing type of thing.
Yeah.
And that's why they even added a difficulty to make it more... I'm pretty sure that was... Okay, let's see.
I want to put it behind them. I just don't remember.
But then they immediately... Why you wouldn't remember is because, like, I don't think you played that generation much, and also they just immediately stopped doing that.
At all. I fucking hate that
They just,
generation.
They just tried... I just know that, like, they did it one time, and then they just never did it again. They're like, okay, that was cool. And it made everyone mad the next generation too, because they're like, there's no difficulty setting.
Oh,
you can't make it. You can't.
Gen 6 was.
Gen 6 did it.
Gen 6 had the difficulty settings?
No, wait, let me see. I thought you said it was. I thought you looked it up.
No, I was about to say Gen 6 was literally hold your hand central. That's when they implemented the XP share being across the board.
Yeah, which I don't like, because I don't know how they distribute. Because that means are they distributing EVs too?
I don't know. I don't know how the system works. It's an effort value now, and that's Legends Arceus. Never mind. I'm thinking of something else. They constantly change it up, so I can never keep track.
6 still had EVs and stuff, so because I remember that I was still mad about that. Of the basic system of that, of like, you know, that you want to fight a bunch of Zubats if you want to get a bunch of speed EVs, you know, type of thing. So, because like with that being on all the time, would mess that up if you're like, then now your Geodude's getting speed EVs when you want your one person only to be getting speed EVs because you want your Geodude to have defense EVs, you know. But I think you're actually able to turn the XP share off too, because I remember
you are able to in that. You're able to for a
In that
while.
one.
I think it's literally only after Sword and Shield you couldn't turn it off.
Pokemon. Yeah, it was black and white. Black and white too.
They had difficulty settings. Nice. How did
Yeah.
you how did it like literally just ask you do you want easy or hard? How did it and we have to before we get into that, let's do a bye-bye.
Bye-bye.